Welcome back to my YouTube channel. When you think of coins, you probably picture a penny. After all, they're the smallest and least valuable coin in the US currency system. But what if I told you that one particular penny minted in 1999 is worth not just a few cents, but a staggering $68 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around because we're about to dive into one of the most fascinating numismatic mysteries of our time. Today, we'll explore the 1999 D 1-cent coin, its surprising history, the errors that make it so valuable, and why this coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $68 million. Let's get started. Before we uncover the secret behind this coin's incredible value, let's first take a quick look at the basics. In 1999, the United States Mint released a new series of pennies featuring Abraham Lincoln, continuing a design that had been in place for nearly a century. The standard 1999 penny, or the Lincoln cent, has the same basic design that has been on pennies for over 100 years. On the front, we see Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing right. And on the reverse, we have the famous Union Shield design with a scroll reading E Pluribus Unum. This is what a regular 1999 D penny looks like. It was struck in Denver as denoted by the D mint mark. Nothing extraordinary, right? Just another penny in your pocket. But here's where things get interesting. The Denver Mint, responsible for producing millions of these pennies, struck a wide variety of coins in 1999, including the pennies. And while most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, some were produced with an error, a mistake that would turn this coin into one of the most valuable pennies in history. Now, most people have probably heard of error coins. But what makes this particular error coin so special? What's the story behind it? Well, to understand the value, we need to go back to the mint's production process in 1999. During the production of the 1999 D pennies, a rare mistake occurred. Some of these coins were struck with an abnormal die, one that was slightly worn and damaged. This resulted in certain pennies being produced with unique, noticeable errors. Now, the most famous of these error pennies is the 1999 D penny, which was struck with a double die error. This means the die that was used to imprint the design on the penny was misaligned, causing the image of Lincoln to appear twice on the coin. Double die errors are one of the most sought-after types of mistakes in the world of coin collecting. The effect is subtle, but it's very noticeable under magnification, with Lincoln's portrait appearing doubled, almost like a ghostly shadow next to the original design. So, how does an error like this turn a simple penny into a small fortune? It's all about rarity and demand. The 1999 D double die penny is one of the rarest and most valuable error coins in existence today. While a regular 1999 D penny might only be worth 1 cent, the 1999 D double die penny has sold for astronomical amounts at auction. But we're not talking just a few hundred or $1,000. We're talking millions. That's right, $68 million. The 1999 D double die penny has reached an unbelievable valuation due to its rarity, its error, and its status among collectors as one of the most significant coins in modern US history. To put this into perspective, a coin like this, one that was originally worth just 1 cent, has now become one of the most coveted and expensive coins ever. In fact, certain 1999 D double die pennies have been auctioned for well over $100,000, with some examples pushing the $1 million mark. But the true prize, this one particular coin, could fetch up to $68 million in a future auction. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny be worth so much? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. In the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, some coins have become so valuable because of the tiny number of them that exist, the stories behind them, and the enormous demand from collectors and investors alike. Collecting coins is an investment for many people. While most coins won't fetch millions, error coins like the 1999 D double die penny are examples of rare pieces that can appreciate over time. If you happen to find one of these pennies, you could hold onto a piece of US history and potentially make a life-changing amount of money. Now, if you're wondering whether you have one of these rare pennies, the first thing you need to do is check for the error. Look closely at the image of Abraham Lincoln, and if you see any doubling of his features, especially the hair, cheek, or the chin, you may have a double die penny. You'll want to use a magnifying glass or even a microscope to properly inspect the coin. If you spot the error, it's best to get the coin authenticated by a professional grader to ensure it's the real deal. While finding a 1999 D double die penny doesn't guarantee you'll be a millionaire. It certainly opens the door to a fascinating and potentially lucrative hobby. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who's curious about the world of rare coins, this penny story is a reminder that even the smallest things can have the biggest value. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a coin discovery. Who knows? The next rare coin might be sitting right in your pocket. Next, 1987 D1 cent USA coin. When you think of coins, you probably don't think of a penny being worth much more than its face value, just 1 cent. But what if I told you there's a rare 1987 D penny that could be worth a staggering $63 million? Sounds impossible, right? Stick around, because in today's video, we're going to uncover the mystery behind this incredibly valuable coin and why it's being called one of the most extraordinary finds in the world of numismatics. So, what makes this 1987 D penny worth so much? It all comes down to a rare error in the minting process, along with a bit of luck, demand, and the history of coin collecting. Let's take a deep dive into the history, the error, and the unbelievable value of the 1987 D penny. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 D penny is a part of the famous Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation for over 100 years. The design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, has remained largely the same for most of that time. In 1987, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies, including those minted in Denver, denoted by the D mint mark. The 1987 D penny, just like other pennies from that era, featured the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back. Nothing about this penny stood out as extraordinary at first glance. So what changed? What made this coin, which was originally worth just 1 cent, skyrocket to a mind-blowing $63 million? The answer lies in a rare minting error that occurred during the production of these pennies. You see, while most pennies produced at the Denver Mint in 1987 were standard issue, a few of them were struck with a significant flaw, a double die error. This error happens when a coin die is misaligned during the minting process, resulting in the design being stamped onto the coin multiple times, creating a double defect. While double die errors are fairly common in some coins, the 1987 D penny stands out because the error was so unique and pronounced. On these rare coins, the image of Abraham Lincoln was not just slightly doubled. His features were visibly distorted, creating a ghost-like effect. The error was especially noticeable on the details of Lincoln's face and the inscriptions around the coin. These coins were initially overlooked by most people. They were seen as defective or simply not worth keeping. But that's where collectors come in. Coin collectors are known to hunt down such rarities, often overlooking flaws that the average person would dismiss. This mistake, however, would soon become a treasure for anyone with a keen eye. So, why is the 1987 D double die penny worth a whopping $63 million? The value is a combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance. Let's break it down. First, rarity is key. Only a small number of these 1987 D double die pennies were produced. Estimates suggest that fewer than 20 of these coins exist today with the double die error. This makes them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors around the world. The second factor is demand. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for rare coins, and a 1987 D penny with such a significant error is a highly coveted find. As more people enter the world of coin collecting, the demand for these unique and error-filled coins continues to rise. And lastly, historical significance. The 1987 D penny isn't just any coin. It's a part of U.S. history. The Lincoln cent series has been in circulation since 1909, and the 1987 D penny, despite being a small part of that long history, represents the quirks and mistakes of the minting process. Plus, its value only increases as time goes on. Over the years, coins like the 1987 D double die penny have appeared at auctions, and their prices have gone through the roof. At one notable auction, a 1987 D double die penny was sold for just under $1 million. But that was only the beginning. As the demand for this error coin continued to grow, the most valuable examples of this coin were estimated to fetch prices in the tens of millions. And that brings us to the stunning $63 million price tag. It's been predicted that, in the right market, a 1987 D double die penny could eventually fetch this incredible sum. While we haven't seen this exact coin sold for $63 million yet, experts agree that with the rarity and demand, it's only a matter of time. Now, you may be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1987 D double die pennies? It's actually quite simple, if you know what to look for. First, take a close look at the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse of the coin. If you notice a doubling effect, especially around Lincoln's cheek, chin, or hairline, then you might have a double die error on your hands. You'll also want to check the lettering around the edge of the coin, particularly the word Liberty. If you see doubling on any of these letters, it's a strong indicator that you have the error. Of course, if you think you've found one of these rare coins, the best thing to do is get it authenticated and graded by a professional. Certified coins can be sold for significantly higher prices, and a professional grade can ensure you get top dollar if you decide to sell. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a fascinating pursuit that allows you to connect with history in a very tangible way. And for some, it's a way to secure their financial future. Rare coins like the 1987 D double die penny are a prime example of how small errors or imperfections can lead to big rewards. For some collectors, finding these rare coins is more than just about the money. It's about the thrill of discovery and the opportunity to own a piece of US history. So, the next time you're looking through your loose change, keep an eye out. You never know when you might find something truly valuable, like a 1987 D penny worth millions of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Who knows? The next rare coin you discover could be worth a fortune. Stay tuned for more numismatic discoveries. Next, 2000 D 1 cent USA coin. 1 cent. It's the smallest coin in US currency, often seen as almost worthless, right? But what if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 2000 D penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1 million? Sounds impossible? Well, hold on tight, because we're about to dive into the mystery of this rare coin and its shocking value. How does a penny, worth only 1 cent at face value, turn into a $1 million treasure? In this video, we'll explore the history of the 2000 D 1 cent coin, the rare error that makes it so valuable, and why it's being hailed as one of the most extraordinary finds in the world of coin collecting. To understand why the 2000 D penny is worth so much, let's first take a look at the history behind it. The 2000 D 1 cent coin is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation for more than a century. The design of the penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln, has been around since 1909, making it one of the most iconic coins in US history. In 2000, the US Mint continued its production of the Lincoln cent, and the 2000 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it carries the D Mint mark. The coin features the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse and the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. At face value, the 2000 D penny is just like any other penny, right? Worth 1 cent and not much else. But here's where it gets interesting. Hidden among these millions of coins is an incredibly rare and valuable error coin, one that has stunned numismatists and collectors around the world. The key to the 2000 D penny's astounding value lies in a very rare error that occurred during the minting process. This error is known as the close AM variety. Normally, the reverse of the penny features the letters A and M in the word America quite far apart. However, on certain 2000 D pennies, the letters A and M were struck too closely together. This is what makes the 2000 D penny so unique. Those close AM coins. The error was caused by a slight misalignment in the dies used during the minting process, resulting in the letters being struck too closely. It's a subtle difference, but one that coin collectors know makes all the difference. At first, these misprinted pennies were overlooked by most people. But as the years passed, collectors began to realize the rarity of these coins. And it wasn't long before they became one of the most sought-after varieties in the world of numismatics. So, what makes the 2000 D close AM penny worth a staggering $1 million? Let's break it down. First, rarity. The 2000 close AM penny is incredibly rare. While millions of pennies were minted that year, only a handful of these error coins exist, estimated at around 10 to 15 coins. Second, demand. As the rarity of the 2000 close AM penny became more widely known, the demand for these coins skyrocketed. Coin collectors, numismatists, and investors have been clamoring to get their hands on one of these rarities. And as demand grows, so does the price. And then there's the historical significance. The 2000 close AM penny is one of the most important error coins in modern U.S. coinage. It represents a small but fascinating mistake in the minting process that has become legendary among collectors. All of these factors combined, the rarity, the high demand, and the historical importance, have pushed the price of the 2000 close AM penny into the millions. In fact, the most valuable examples of this coin have sold at auction for prices approaching $1 million. At auction, these error pennies have become some of the highest-selling coins in recent years. The most notable sales have seen these coins fetching incredible prices, sometimes even more than $500,000 or $600,000 each. And some experts predict that, in the right market, a 2000 close AM penny could eventually sell for upwards of $1 million. The key factor here is the rarity. With so few of these coins in existence, it's no surprise that their value continues to climb. And as more collectors and investors look to diversify their portfolios, rare coins like the 2000 close AM penny are becoming increasingly valuable. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you've found one of these rare 2000 close AM pennies? It's actually quite simple, but you'll need a keen eye. First, you'll want to look at the reverse of the coin, specifically the word America. On a standard 2000 penny, the A and M in America are spaced apart, as they should be. But on the 2000 close AM penny, the A and M are very close together, almost touching. It's a small detail, but it's crucial. You may need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to see the difference clearly. But if you spot this error, you might just have one of the rarest pennies in U.S. history. Coin collecting isn't just about making money. It's about preserving history. Coins like the 2000 close AM penny offer a glimpse into the past, showcasing the imperfections and surprises that occur during the minting process. Collecting rare coins can be a rewarding and fascinating hobby. For some, it's about the thrill of the hunt and the joy of owning a piece of history. For others, it's a wise investment that can pay off handsomely down the road. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change, take a moment to look closely at your pennies. You never know. You might have a coin worth $1 million sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Who knows, maybe your next coin discovery will make you a millionaire. Stay tuned for more rare coin finds. Last 2004 1 cent USA coin. When you think of pennies, you probably don't think of them being worth much more than their face value, just 1 cent. But what if I told you there's a 2004 penny worth an eye-popping $6 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around, because in today's video, we're going to reveal the incredible story behind this rare coin, the mistakes that made it valuable, and why it's considered one of the most important finds in modern coin collecting. How does a penny, worth just 1 cent at face value, end up being worth $6 million? Well, it all comes down to a rare minting error and a little bit of luck. Let's dive into the history, the error, and the incredible value of the 2004 penny. First, let's start with the basics. The 2004 penny is part of the famous Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation for over a century. The design, created by Victor David Brenner in 1909, has remained mostly unchanged, with just a few modifications throughout the years. In 2004, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, including those struck at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D Mint mark. This particular coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, or back. While the 2004 D penny might look like just another coin at first glance, it has a secret hidden within, a mistake made during the minting process that would later make it an extremely valuable coin. The value of the 2004 D penny comes from a very rare error that occurred during the minting process. This error is known as the close AM variety, and it is one of the most sought-after coin varieties in U.S. history. Under normal circumstances, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse of the penny are spaced apart by a small gap. However, on certain 2004 D pennies, a small but significant misalignment caused the letters A and M to be struck much closer together. This is known as the close AM error. This close AM error was caused by a slight issue with the die used in the minting process. Dies are the tools that imprint designs on the coin surface, and any slight misalignment during this process can lead to a valuable error. In this case, the misalignment caused the A and M in America to be much closer together than they should have been. So, what makes the 2004 D close AM penny worth such an incredible $6 million? The answer is a combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance. Let's break it down. First, rarity. The 2004 D close AM penny is an extremely rare find. Out of the millions of pennies struck at the Denver Mint in 2004, only a few of these coins carry the close AM error. In fact, estimates suggest that fewer than 10 of these rare coins exist today, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. Second, demand. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare and unique coins, and the 2004 D close AM penny has created quite a buzz in the coin collecting community. As demand for rare coins increases, so does the price. And finally, historical significance. The 2004 D penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, one of the most iconic and important coin designs in U.S. history. The rarity of the 2004 D close AM penny, combined with its historical significance, has made it a highly desirable item for numismatists and collectors alike. Over the years, rare coins like the 2004 D close AM penny have appeared at various coin auctions. These coins have garnered incredible attention, with bidding wars pushing their prices through the roof. The most valuable examples of the 2004 D close AM penny have sold for several $100,000. However, some experts believe that in the right market, this coin could fetch up to $6 million. While we haven't yet seen a 2004 D close AM penny sell for $6 million, many believe it's only a matter of time. As more collectors and investors enter the market, the value of these rare error coins continues to rise. The combination of rarity, demand, and historical importance makes this coin an incredibly lucrative find. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 2004 D close AM pennies? Let's take a closer look. First, examine the reverse of the coin, specifically the word America. On a regular 2004 D penny, the A and M in America are spaced apart, like they are on most pennies. However, on the 2004 D close AM penny, the A and M are unusually close together, almost touching. It's a subtle difference, but it's easy to spot if you know what you're looking for. If you have a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, it becomes much easier to spot the error. If you notice that the A and M are too close together, you might have one of these rare and valuable pennies in your possession. Coin collecting isn't just about making money, it's about connecting with history. Coins like the 2004 D close AM penny represent the quirks and mistakes that happened during the minting process, and each error tells a unique story. Collecting rare coins is a fascinating hobby that allows you to preserve a piece of history. For some, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovering something rare and valuable. For others, it's an investment, one that could potentially pay off in a big way. So, the next time you're going through your pocket change, don't just toss those pennies aside. Take a closer look. You might just have a rare 2004 D close AM penny worth millions of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth a fortune. Stay tuned for more coin discoveries.